satellite. He's in Florida, near Cape Canaveral. I think he's near Cape Canaveral there. He was there. Then you have Dr. Richard, who is in Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia. And today I am in Georgetown, Guyana. So we have three dimensions, three different countries, three different cities, two different cities and one different country. So welcome to our program once again, and you're going to be thrilled with some of what you're going to hear today about Dwayne's changes. You know who Dwayne is? He was on with us last year, or early this year, I think, talking about lifestyle changes, and he is becoming a motivational speaker now. Dwayne is doing that pretty much, and he wants to come to Guyana actually, and put on a nice program here with body management. Body and weight management. How to bring your body to the point where you're happy with it, and how to control and maintain your body size, your weight, because we have a lot of issues here with that. Dr. Richard, at one time in Guyana, we didn't have any fast food stores.
Demico House wasn't fast food?
We had Demico House, but Demico House was local.
I know what you're saying. Like
it was local
and all that stuff.
And it wasn't, but we didn't consider it back then fast food. We consider it some place that we go, when our parents take us,
Bush cooking? No.
When they want to treat us to ice cream.
Yeah. Ice cream and
chicken in the rough, we used to call it, I think.
Chicken in the
chicken
rough.
Back then.
Yeah.
But Demico House is still here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's still here. Here. Demico House is owned by Banks, DIH, and it's still in business.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it'll be there until that's gone.
Yeah, that's here. But now in Guyana, we have all kinds of fast foods here.
Really?
Wendy's will be here very shortly.
How about Popeye's chicken?
Popeye is here.
Already?
Long time.
I know.
Kentucky is here. Burger King is here.
Chicken.
Churches is here.
Boy.
I think there's a Domino's Pizza, or there was one.
Domino's Pizza Hut, Domino's Pizza.
And then there's another
Papa John.
Papa John is here.
Well, yeah, getting all the Western diseases.
So here's what's happening now. Those fast food stores are replacing many of the wives in the kitchen. Because instead of cooking now, many persons are just going and buy a bucket of chicken or something from the fast food stores and taking it home. So I don't know where we're going, but it's not going in the right direction. I don't think so.
Well,
could be wrong, but I don't think so. Because there's nothing better than a home cooked meal.
Yeah.
Because you can control what you do with the fats, with the salts, with the, all the things that you put inside when you're in a fast food situation. You can control all that.
Yeah.
But some of it in the home, you don't even use it. So we're having a large, we're having a crisis in a sense. It's brewing, I'm telling you. We're having a lot of people overweight. We're having a lot of persons with plaque build up in the arteries, arteriosclerosis. We're having a lot of obesity, even from small, young. And we're seeing a surge in, at least we are, in H. pylori and and gastroenteritis.
Yep.
We also seen E. coli up till the last,
Yeah.
this afternoon, almost the last person I had E. coli bacteria. So I don't want to say it's coming from a lot of what we just talked about, but it's happening and it draws a lot of suspicion.
Well, it's already a proven fact that when people move from countries where there are hardly any diseases like cancer and obesity and things like that, and they come to America, the same person who was very slender and very healthful looking, within a matter of a few years.
No, that's too long. That's too long.
Yeah.
Within a matter of a few months.
Within months. Yeah. Now it's quicker. You're right. And when I said a few years, I realized that I hit the wrong time.
Yeah, you hit the wrong key.
Yeah, it's true. And that's what happens. And with the change in eating habits comes the very things that we're experiencing in this country. I mean, you could have been very, very healthy, and then now you are succumbed with all sorts of maladies, that you weren't even aware of, that you would have, So it's what's happening. But now it used to be that you would come here and get it.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
I think one of the things that's happening is that with the new laws that are being implemented in countries, they're trying to stop people from having to go places to get certain things. You have to get a visa to go get this. So now you don't have to get a visa to get Kentucky Fried Chicken. It's right in Guyana. You don't have to get a visa to travel to go to get a Burger King. It's right in Guyana.
Yeah, it's everything right there.
So you don't need to get a visa anymore if you want to satisfy your appetite.
You can taste
different that may hurt you.
You can be home and taste America right there.
Right there, right in Guyana.
Yeah.
So.
And that's what's happening. And you get in, all the, and that's just a proven point and fact that our bodies, all of us, once we subjected to certain nutrients, we experience the same outcome.
Yeah.
Diabetes, hypertension, obesity, cancers, and all these different things.
You talk about diseases, and I had someone today with an elevated blood sugar situation. Very small. She weighs this is an elderly person weighing about maybe 80 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
And diabetic.
Mm-hmm.
You look at her, you think she will have cancer. It looks like that.
Mm.
She looks like malnourished, And strange enough, she was determined to get here. She couldn't walk because there's no mass to support her structure, really.
Wow.
So she's not able to walk for a length of time, because there's no tissue to support the bones, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they brought her, and she was determined to come. She cried to come, so she came. And when I saw her, I was shocked because I don't know her like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know her to be so small. So she was thinking that she was suffering with cancer. I screened her. I checked, everything pretty much thoroughly. And the strange cases we see now. I had 2 strange cases today.
Mm.
And her situation, as small as she is, hyperadiposis in the pancreas.
Yeah, fatty liver, fatty pancreas, all that. Yep.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And parasitic infestation
Wow. Yeah. In the pancreas also.
Even at the pancreas, at the liver,
Yeah, that's what hinders.
colon,
That's what hinders the
you
organ.
know. So, I mean, I was looking to expect one thing, but then I was given a surprise, which which was positive in a sense that it's not cancer. It's
Right.
and
It's
we can take
treatable.
care of it pretty much easily than if it were
Treatable.
cancer.
Treatable.
But it really made me understand fully today how crucial it is for persons to be conscious of parasites
Yeah.
and fats.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
very small. Look, her. I mean, with the amount of fat that's in her body, you would think that this is a big person because she's
Hmm.
under 100 pounds.
But was she overweight before?
No,
Never was.
no,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
But she was very relieved because she thought it was cancer.
Oh. Wow. Yeah. That's a big.
Yeah, she was very relieved because at least that's a positive step that you
Yeah,
don't.
and it help. It's a helpful thing for her to realize that it's not anything terminal.
Right, exactly.
And anytime we hear terminal, we think in cancer, untreatable things, and things like that.
So what it did for her, it motivated her. I saw the motivation.
Hmm.
So now we had to put together, dietary um,
Hmm.
structures that she can follow, which can help her to not only put on back some weight, but put on the right type of weight. After you would have cleaned up her system, you have to remove all that
Yeah,
because her blood sugar is elevated, really high.
yeah. The pancreas is not. I mean, if it's
That
if
was
it's
sour.
fatty, you have
Yeah.
parasites.
So persons need to understand that when you think of diabetes, don't think of sugar alone. Don't really think of sugar. It's fats because she doesn't use any sugar. She said, I don't use any sugar, but she uses milk,
Oh, yeah.
dairy milk.
Hmm. That's an animal product right there, and it's gonna go into wherever. A thing that's important is that even though we all have the same anatomy and structures in our bodies, how our bodies place the nutrients that we eat and the proportions that we eat and the way it places it for storage is different. You know, some people may you eat the same amount of calories, carbohydrates, fats, proteins, but where the body wants to utilize those things in all of us is not the same.
Mm-hmm.
Some people would have, they're not obese, however, they have fatty stomach. They have a big stomach, you know, or fat in the back. I mean, or in the hands and the limbs, and it's the genetics. I mean, your DNA determines where the storage may be, but the liver is very common. If you're storing lipids or fat, any parts of your body, usually the liver will be fatty also, and also the pancreas because they're close by.
Yeah. Um, I think that it is so important for persons who are watching us today and who are listening to us to somehow understand the importance of get the message of your intake,
Hmm.
dietary intake. Not only that, I was listening to what you were saying there about where we store the fats, and I think one of the factors that contributes to where we store the fat is our lifestyle. If we exercise or not,
Hmm.
if we eat late and go to bed with food in our system or
Hmm.
stomachs, if we eat We could be eating the same foods, but if we eat and we have a sedentary lifestyle where we're sitting all the time and we're not doing
Yeah.
too much,
Yeah.
So I think when I have long days, this is what I do when I have long days, and I make it a habit. I Because most of my work is sitting, right?
You gotta stand up, man.
I would take a walk,
Yeah.
in between screening or in between bioresonance.
Mm-hmm.
I would go for a walk, even if it's for a couple of minutes, just because I need to get the blood flowing. I need to make sure that I'm using my muscles more, and people need to be conscious of their jobs and of their daily lifestyles and make adjustments to accommodate the body's ability to function without creating situations where you have problems.
Yeah.
We need to become more conscious, not only of what we eat, but when we eat, what we do after we eat.
Mm-hmm.
If we eat and drink at the same time, because that's a very bad habit that people practice.
Mm-hmm.
They can't eat and chew or masticate and break it down in the mouth before it gets in the stomach. They have to wash it down into the stomach, and that's another bad practice.
Yeah, it's diluting the digestive enzymes and juices. So a lot of the nutrients in that
You're not
properly
absorbing.
presented, in the blood. You know.
Because I've spoken with many persons who have said, "But I eat what you suggest I eat."
Mm-hmm.
I do. I don't know. I'm eating everything that's on the list. I'm eating everything that's not on the list. But still, I'm gaining weight. Still, I'm not. So when we get into the details about when do you eat, how do you eat? Do you chew as much as you need to chew before you swallow? Do you drink and eat at the same time? Are you sitting all day, and are you laying down right after you eat your dinner or you eat your foods? And 9 out of 10 times,
Mm,
one of those will take off.
yeah, I was reading something, and it says that most most people, it doesn't matter, you know, for the most part, spend 90% of the time in their homes. So you might be going from the eating the table to the couch,
Exactly.
you know,
And then from the couch to the bed.
from the couch to the bed.
Mm-hmm.
You don't go outside, get fresh air. You don't get vitamin D3. You don't go walking and all that stuff. And all that contributes to, you know, diseases, and problems.
It makes our work, at least for me, it makes my job, my work, even though I love my work, very difficult because it's not a one-sided affair. It's not something that we have to do by ourselves. Feel like today I had to speak pretty much in depth about a situation where, uh, and I have to be careful how I say this because I don't want anyone to get the wrong impression. But people have this opinion sometimes that God did this for me. God made me lose the weight. God made me. And I hear that so much, and I'm not. There's Dwayne.
Hey, Dwayne.
You're welcome to the
Hey,
welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
what's up, Dr. J, Dr. Richard?
All right.
we're
What's
waiting for you.
up?
We're waiting for you, man. We're waiting for you. We're waiting for
Man,
you.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it.
I thought you'd come on with everything like you wouldn't have to. If there's nothing. I thought you'd come on with nothing, everything covered. You're hiding all the good stuff. I
Oh, man. I try to keep over, man. I try to go over.
I think your internet is a little slow there because we're not you're not on when you talk it's freezing like a little. So I don't know what
uh,
it you might want to turn off
Your
some
phone?
services on the online
Yeah.
and just leave what you're
Hey,
using as
can
much
I,
as possible.
can you can you send that link? I'm gonna give you my wife's email. Can I text that to you and give it to the guy to send the link to my wife's email? I'm gonna use her phone.
Oh, you can do that if you like. Yeah, I'll try to get Dale
Yeah,
to
I'm gonna text you. I'm gonna text to you right now.
send it to me and I'll send it to the guys. Or maybe
Okay.
his.
Oh, you know what? I forgot. Are you?
I'll be right back. Hold on. There's somebody over here.
Yeah. We want to apologize for a little delay here because we're trying to organize and restructure with Dale coming on here.
Give me 1 second. I'll be right. Give me 1 second.
It's better. It's better. Dwayne is just trying to organize himself, and I will continue with my point. You know, I believe that seriously that God is involved in most of everything we do. Those of us who believe in God, but God doesn't put. He's not going to bring the medicine to you. He's not. He's not going to drop it in your hands. God is not going to pick it up from the supermarket and put it in your on your cabinet. You know, He's not going to go and pay for those things for you. He's going to guide you. He's going to hopefully guide you towards the place or to the person who will help you to overcome certain things. And you have to acknowledge that. And if you don't yourself do your part, you know, then God gets blamed. I went to God and God didn't help me, you know. But we can't expect that God is going to drop things in our hands and say, this is it, take it. Or he's going to drive us to the supermarket or to the pharmacy or to the doctor's office. He's not going to come and do that for you. You know, you have to get up and do things. And yes, you acknowledge God's involvement, but you have to do your part. You have to do your part. So people need to understand that it's you who physically have to make things happen. God will inspire you. He will inspire someone to, to come to you, but you have to be able to open up and do your part so that you can receive whatever it is that He's trying to allow you to achieve or to have. So we had a nice conversation with an elderly person today regarding that while I was working with him, and you know what? He was surprised that he said it made sense to him. As big as he was, as old as he was, it made sense to him because he was remarkably within 2 months transformed from a very sick state to a very healthy state in a short time. I was surprised myself, But what happened is that he, along with his daughter, she was encouraging him to stay with what he needs to stay with because he was in critical state. And when I saw him today, I was very shocked that it was the same person because he could have hardly held his head up, When I saw him today, the man would look like he was ready to go bowl a cricket game, And when I checked his results, when I checked the results from where he was to where he is today, when I compared those, it was amazing to see the transformation in that short space of time. So it told him and it told me, and I keep saying it. You've got to do your part. You've got to follow the procedures that are laid down so that you can get the benefit. It's not going to come to you. You have to follow the rules. You know, if your body is speaking to you, you have to listen to it. You know, like you say, if God is talking to you, you need to listen to God. If your body is speaking to you, listen to it. Because it is the body's way of sometimes saying to you, look, you know what? If you keep eating this, I don't know what's going to happen to you. So don't eat this. Don't drink that. When we screen and that list comes up, it's your body talking to you. It's not us. Your body is saying to you, you have this problem, you have this situation, you need to refrain from using these things if you want to get better. Simple. And all the people, all 99% of the people who would have followed the guidelines that were laid down by their own bodies achieve the healing process. They overcome. Even diabetes, even hypertension, even cancer, even worse than those. You know, so it's no joke, it's no game that dietary changes, dietary restrictions, dietary modification is crucial in the healing process. You know, so while we wait on Dwayne again, we can continue to talk about that, because that is the foundation, in my opinion, Dr. Richard. The foundation for healing. The foundation for healing is not drugs. It's not medicines. It's first knowing what is the cause of your problem. What is the cause? What is the reason why I'm here? That's number one. And number two is to make the changes, the adjustments that are required to bring you where you need to be. Welcome back. Welcome back. It looks like you're on target now.
Yeah. Yep. I'm good now. Should be good.
You are good. Perfect. Leave it like that. Leave it like that.
Yeah.
Now we were Dr. Richard and I were talking about some of your changes that you would have made to get you where you are today. I mean, you look like 10 years younger. If you cut that hair off your head, you will look like 20 years longer.
Yeah.
You will look like a little kid, man.
Oh man, that's fun. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get my phone. My phone is. All right,
everything's good. Everything's good right now. Leave everything that way. It's good.
All right. So, what were you saying, Dr. J?
We were talking about your changes, your dietary changes, where you are today with your health. And I mentioned earlier that when we spoke over that maybe a couple of years ago, you know, it was a sore point about you coming off of carcass or dead meat or cow or whatever you want to call it. You know? Said, man, Dr. J, man, I can't do that.
Oh yeah. Definitely. So yeah, recently, August 14th to be exact, I gave up eating meat, you know, my pound of beef every day, no more. I gave up dairy, so no more cheese. Yeah, I gave it up. I gave it up on August 14th, and it's definitely been a huge blessing, because I feel a lot better. I have more energy. I even lost some weight, got more in shape. You know, it's just I have more energy to do more. Now I do 300 push-ups a day with my workouts that I normally do.
Man, you going past me.
Oh.
It's not fair.
It's funny because I was thinking about what led this, and it was definitely more so of a spiritual awakening. Not even because of fear, not even because, oh, I need to be healthy. It wasn't even about that. What happened was, my father and I, we haven't been on the same page for some years, and I built up some resentment. You know what I'm saying? It was just a lot that was on my heart concerning him. I blamed him for some things, and I was running away from myself. I was running away from facing myself. So what happened? I said, you know what? I forgive my dad, and I wanted to call him to tell him that I love him, and I said I love him. Just that's it. And I called him. I ain't spoke to him in about 2 years, and I just picked up the phone one day, and I said, I'm gonna call him. It's funny because I said, give me a sign, if I should call him or not. And it's funny because I went to Aldi's to get some coconut water, and the lady name was Kim, and that was his ex-wife's name. And I was like, that's sign number one. And then the total equaled up to $54, which is his age. Oh no, I'm sorry, $53, which is his age. So I was like, oh man, that's a sign. Like, okay, I should call him. So I sat in the car and I gave him a call. And like I said, I told him, hey, it's me, just want to tell you I love you. And, he said some things, he expressed himself, which is still healing because he needed to get some things off his chest. And I allowed it, And then I said, no matter what, you're still my dad, and, it's all good over here. And he was like, I appreciate your call. And ever since I did that, that opened up a wave of attracting more blessings in my life. And what it did more so, it cured a family curse. It cured a generational curse, because in my family, all the fathers don't mess with the sons, or they always had a beef. It was always some stupid, and it's always stupid, because when you die, it don't matter. So it's stupid to me. There was always some stupid misunderstanding that could have just been worked out with vulnerability and forgiveness. And me forgiving my dad and, forgiving all the stuff that I blamed him for, it allowed me to understand the importance of being, leaving the meat alone. It allowed me to see other things, because I was physically fit, but I was spiritually obese because I still was carrying stuff. I still was carrying things in my heart and in my spirit. So, once I did that, that really allowed me to see other areas that I needed to audit in my life. That allowed me to be focused on the main thing, which is myself. Now I was able to say, okay, now I need to change this. I need to change that, because I was carrying this load for so long. So, once I did that with my father, a lot of things began to happen for me. And one of those things was changing my diet. One of those things was letting go of meat. My wife already done it. She had already stopped eating meat like 3-4 months. So, I refused to do it, but it just came naturally like a tree. It just grew on me naturally. And I'm glad that I did that. And she didn't force me. She didn't say she didn't say, hey, it's either me or the meat. She didn't do that. She loved me with patience. She loved me with patience. And yeah. And then it just happened naturally.
Now let me ask you a question. Not Cody. When you talk about giving up meat, are you talking about flesh in general, like fish, chicken, beef, pork, everything? Or
I was only eating beef. But I mean, I gave it up. That was the only meat I was eating was beef.
So I normally would say flesh, right?
Yeah.
Flesh meaning all the dead stuff, all the chicken,
all
fish.
the dead.
Yeah. I would say flesh in general. So
anything with a mama.
So you don't even eat eggs?
No. Oh yeah, I forgot. No more eggs. Yeah, no more eggs. And I was eating 6 a day.
Wow. I know.
6 a day. Yeah.
Yeah.
No more. And it's so funny because, like, a lot of times when you again, we had a conversation at your house, and what did you say? You said if you want to go higher like a rocket, you got to let things go.
Mhm.
And I see now, honestly, me forgiving my father, or just, understanding that I love him no matter what, it allowed me to see things from his standpoint. And that evolved, I pretty much transmuted that understanding into other areas. So now when I see people who struggle with losing weight, or who get the program, who go see you and they don't change, it's deeper. They're running from something. It's something still in them that they haven't healed. So this thing stops them from doing a physical healing, because their spiritual healing is imbalanced. Their spiritual, they're imbalanced. And when you imbalance on the inside, ain't no way in hell you're gonna balance out on the outside. And I think, that is what's really stopping people from taking advantage of, what you guys got to offer. Because like I was talking with my wife yesterday, and I got to give her credit because she said something amazing. She said, yeah, you can give them knowledge, but the thing is helping them to understand.
Mhm.
And I think the understanding part is the missing link to, being their healthiest self, understanding what they're doing to themselves when they eat fast food, AKA mystery meat, AKA human meat. A lot of people don't know. A lot of people don't know about that. But they are definitely working us over here in America with a lot of this fake meat. It's they're setting us up to be patients for sure.
Yeah. Well, I gotta congratulate you on your achievement, because
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
it's a very difficult task for most people to even give up fish.
Yeah.
I eat no flesh at all. I eat no eggs at all. I don't. I'm not indulging in anything that's, like you say, got a mama. that was and
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I'm just so pumped because I learned so much within this little month about the damage that I was doing to myself. We had a big shootout about the parasites. Y'all, they are real. They're real. They was not lying. Them parasites, they control your mind. They control your decisions. They control your cravings. They hijack your body. It is a fact. And I was like, no, ain't no way. Ain't no way. That was the parasites talking, y'all. That was the parasites talking. Yes. You were right, Dr. Richards. I gotta say that live on air. You were right. You were right too, Dr. J.
I mean, we just the evidence is out there if you choose to see it, and I congratulate you, because I know you were firm, but it sounds like you're firm now in the good direction, and that's a good thing, It is interesting that a lot of people are seeing what you're seeing, and it's hard, like Dr. Joe said. It's blood and flesh is very addictive, just like sugar.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is.
Once if you can kick that, just like a habit, like somebody said, it's worse. They talk about sugar is worse than cocaine, and they knew because they were on cocaine. So, so these things are addictive, and it's good. I mean, you're helping yourself, and you're helping your family when you do that.
Well, what happens when you give up flesh foods? At least I experienced it, and I know many persons would have experienced it. It opens up other channels in your body system. Your spirituality is better. It grows. It gets better. You see things clearer. Your arteries are clearer. Your parasitical infections become less. Your energy level goes higher. Your mental capacity is a lot better. Your memory increases.
Mhm.
You know, there's so many benefits. You don't have to worry about high blood pressure for the most part, diabetes. You know, once you can kick those habits, because when you have those things in your diet, you're gonna eat them raw, you're gonna eat them fried, you're gonna eat them baked or stewed. You know, and when you cook them, you cannot. And I say this all the time. It is very difficult for a normal human to consume dead flesh without spicing it up or without adding something to it. It's very difficult unless you're a cannibal. You know, um, it's unusual for a normal human to consume a piece of beef without putting flavor in it, or fish or chicken or something. And most of the times when you put those additives in there, you're compounding a problem. You know, because you're adding salt, you're adding MSG or cubes or whatever it is, and then you're compounding a problem. But you're making that thing tasty, or you would not eat it. But then you forget that all of those additives that you put in there are also harmful. And I would always say sometimes when we talk about flesh, you don't know where the dwelling place is for that fish that you just ate. You don't know. He was caught somewhere. Wherever he was could have been a place that's loaded with mercury
Or cadmium.
or cadmium
Mhm.
or lead.
Microplastics.
Yeah, microplastics.
Microplastics.
You know, he could have been someplace where all of that was. And when you eat that fish, that piece of fish, you're not just consuming the piece of flesh, you're consuming all the things that he was dwelling with.
Yep.
Or
All
it
the
was dwelling with.
substances that he endured.
And then you wonder why you're sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, another thing too, I came across. I want to get this brother on the channel, man. This dude is dope. His name is Kev Raymond. He's a fruitarian, and
Oh.
he goes in. He goes in on this, right? So I learned something from him because I got to give him the credit. He said that we know what the meat is doing to us because we speak it. I'm gonna give an example. When someone's scared, what do we call them?
Chicken.
If we have an issue, we have what?
A beef.
And if someone is lying or running game, we say you a jive.
Turkey. Yeah.
And if you're greedy, we call you a what?
Pig.
See? And what he made that point to say that the meats have energy and it embodies those energies.
Yeah.
That's the point he was making. So, you know, when we consume the beef, we're aggressive. You know, when we're messing with the chicken, you still gonna get that fear of the chicken, because these chickens still have emotions when they're watching their family get slaughtered.
Oh yeah.
So
Adrenaline,
all that,
they build up an adrenaline that is very toxic.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's going within you. You're consuming it because energy don't die; it just changes shape. So you're consuming all the energy that they was feeling. You know what I mean? When they was getting slaughtered and watching other animals get slaughtered.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you get, and there's something else you said too, Dr. J, about how it, you know, it heightens your spirituality. It does, because ever since this is my experience. Everyone is different, but my experience, I'm more calmer.
Yeah.
I'm more calm.
Mhm.
And again, I was snoring too, and my wife said the snoring went away, so that's another benefit. She said that, you know,
hold a second, Ray. I want you to spend some more time on that. That same statement you made about the snoring, I want you to spend some more time on that, because this is something that I said, and I would say to people: you consume foods that are laden with chemicals, with emotions, with adrenaline. You know, we talk when they're being slaughtered, they develop a toxic adrenaline. When you lay down at night, when you consume those flesh and you lay down at night, and you go into your realms of sleep, it comes out of you.
Mm.
Mm.
It is exhaled. And how does it come out? Sometimes when you're snoring, what do you sound like when you snore?
Dang.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, people don't think about those things. If you listen to somebody who's snoring in their bed when they're sleeping, they sound like an animal.
Yeah.
Either a pig or a cow or something, you know, one of those animals. If you listen to it, it's one of those.
That's true.
I mean, it's not
Dang.
probably not in every case, but in most cases, you sound like an animal.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's
So what did you repeat that again? You said it earlier. You're snoring. What happened to your snoring?
oh, it went away. Like she said, you don't snore. I'm like, really? She said, I don't snore. So I thought that was funny because she used to wake me up in the middle of the night because I used to snore. Like, hey, you know.
You used to hold your
But
breath?
now,
Do you hold your breath? You held your breath?
Some people snore when
Like
they're
sleep
very
apnea?
tired. Sorry about that, Doctor.
huh?
Richard. Some people snore when they're very tired, and it's not because they consume anything. It's just that they're extremely tired, and I guess, they go through that phase where maybe the energy level, the energy. Snoring takes an energy,
Yeah, you don't get good sleep.
Yeah.
It drains you. It's like having a hole in the balloon. Like when you snore, you're losing oxygen.
Yeah. And then
And that's stress on the
sometimes you don't get enough oxygen.
Yeah, you have apnea.
Yeah,
You can die.
yeah.
You have some people snore and they hold their breath.
Yeah.
And then for a few seconds, then
Yes. You check the diet.
I'll definitely woke up.
Check their diets and see what they're eating and drinking.
And hey, that's a thing too, Dr. J. I've learned that it is in the stomach. Everything. I'm tired. What are you eating? Like you said, what's you eating? Oh, I feel like this. What are you eating? I'm depressed. What are you eating?
Mm-hmm.
And that just like, man, my awareness is a little bit keener now because now I'm paying attention to everything. Like, oh wow, okay. You see someone's face swell up. What are they eating? That's the first question. And here's my thing. I have an issue with the doctors. I have an issue with the white coats. I'm about to start a war on the white coats because they're really keeping people sick. I just found out my grandma, who came to see you, that the doctors was giving her more medicine than she needed. She had like 3 to 4 extra pills that she didn't need to take.
How do you expect them to live?
They got to keep pushing the pills.
How do you expect the pharmacies to keep making money? I mean,
legalized drug dealing. Yeah. And what's so sad though too, again, it goes back to the inner spirit. Man, these people they won't believe Dr. Haynes, both of y'all. They won't believe y'all. Yeah. They'd rather go to the doctor with the white coat, who's very unhealthy, who's dying of cancer himself.
But believe it or not, we have white coats too, but we don't wear them.
Oh, sometimes we have white coats coming to us too.
Well, yeah. Yes, we do.
I bet. They pumping the poison but coming to y'all to get healed. That's crazy.
Yeah. The whole floor. I mean, I
have. Look. Listen. I know Dr. Richards is the same way. I don't mind helping anyone. If you submit yourself and you swallow your pride and you come to us for assistance, I will see you just like anyone else and treat you just like I treat anyone else.
We help you like everyone.
You are a human and you need help.
Yeah.
I think many of those guys are too proud to visit us. The guys in the white coats, they're too proud.
Yeah.
And many of them end up in the casket with their pride because they couldn't swallow it to get the kind of help that they should have gotten or they needed.
Hey, and it's a lot of people like that too.
Yeah.
My family. I'm gonna put them out there. My family.
lot of pride, a lot of tradition, a lot of hurtful tradition, and that's the thing that's the real generational curses. We carry a lot of traditional way of thinking, traditional way of eating. Traditional habits is what's really killing us. No one says, "Damn, why am I keep eating all this pig feet? Why do I eat these chitlins?" You know what I'm saying?
What's going to happen to Thanksgiving?
Turkey, gone. Some people don't want to come to your house because you don't have no turkey, man.
They're ham hocks, Dr. Richard, and collard greens and all those things are Thanksgiving stuff that comes when it's coming. It's almost here. So
people gain the most weight in Thanksgiving.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's one of the largest holidays in America, right? Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I have been, the information and the knowledge that you just came into about the, I refer to whole food plant-based diet. I was listening to John Sally. I don't know if you know John.
Yeah,
the basketball player.
Mm-hmm.
And he mentioned that he came into the knowledge of plant-based foods because when you can always tell when he eat meat or anything, and he's on the court, he's always dragging. Had no energy, aggressive, but in the wrong way. So he came came to the knowledge of plant-based food. Somebody had introduced it to it, and he realized that after eating those that way, he had a lot more energy. He was able to think clearly and had more stamina and things like that. So he resorted to changing his whole diet before he goes in the game, and he continued to do that. Then he met one person, another young lady. He mentioned her name, and she was into colonics, and he was inquiring, why is it that this energy level after a while was wearing off? She said, well, you're full of it. I said, what do you mean? You're full of, you need to clean out, because you've changed your diet. Now you haven't cleaned anything. You haven't dewormed. You haven't done anything.
Yeah, you didn't remove the toxic waste.
Right. So that's the next step that you may have to do, because all those worms and so forth that came with the flesh, especially beef, Strongyloides stachyralis, and all the different worms. The eggs are there. They're still there alive. So you got to deworm, and get rid of those things. But he made a mention of his mother, and you remind me about you when you said your family. His mother was given a diagnosis of cancer, and she was told that she didn't have long to live, and the doctors really give up on her. So what he did, he was eating plant-based whole food diet. He was into that. So he took her in his own home, and got her off all the medication and just give her plant-based foods. He said within a few weeks, she was up and out and around. And now she's 90-something years old and she's still around.
Wow.
He did it to his mother, and I think he did it to either his sister or his aunt, some other family member. They were given a death sentence. And so giving them the plant-based based diet, it saved their lives, And some of the doctors are saying we need to keep our patients away from John Sally. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I can see why the statement is made, because if you keep following that, then you wouldn't need drugs.
Yeah.
It's all about that money. It's money in sickness. It's money in war. It's money in sickness. All the bad things is money. Anything negative is you get rich as hell off of it.
But we are told in the scriptures that the love of money is the root of all evil.
Yeah.
All evil, not some. The love of money. Not money, right? And you're right. But those people who are gluttons for money, all they think about is money. They don't think about the fact that you're a human who comes for help, that we need to find a way to get you to be able to overcome whatever it is that you have without poisoning your system further.
Yeah, I I bet all those greedy people eat pork.
Makes our work it makes our work harder. Seriously. When people eat, and we talked about the fast food places that are
Oh, boy, that's a shootout.
it makes our work harder because
Yeah.
when you consume the fast foods, chicken burgers, beef burgers, chicken burgers, pork burger, whatever it is, turkey burgers, when you eat those things and you become sick or ill, you have to go someplace to get better, because most times at home is not doing it. I get so many calls many times and texts about, oh, my mother or father, sister, brother have this problem with their stomach. What should I give them? Is there something I can give them from home? I get that all the time. And people need to understand that your foods should be like medicines to your body.
Yep, it's true. Excuse me.
Not toxins or poison to your body.
Mm-hmm.
The foods that you consume should be medicines to your body system to help it to heal, to overcome, to purge, to remove, to destroy all those rogue cells that are killing people on a daily basis. Cancer is on the ramp. Cancer is like almost like an epidemic now. There's so many people stricken with cancer. So it's incredible.
And you know, even see, and that's another thing, right, with cancer. Okay. A lot of people are also need to get hip to the fact that what you put on your skin matters too. Like I haven't used deodorant or cologne since I came to you.
Wow.
So I use a lime or a lemon, and I rub my under armpits.
I was wondering what was that odor I was getting here.
Here you go. Nah. When you eat right, you ain't gonna have no odor. When you eat good, especially alkaline, and that perfume, all that fragrance, cancer. Secondhand smoke, cancer.
You're right.
Cologne, perfume, air freshener, even the fabric softness, cancer. And I hate to smell it, man. Because I walk out, be outside, you may smell someone. I hate it. I be telling, hey, just give me a little space. You sprayed too much stuff. I don't like that.
Body has a reaction.
Give me a little space.
Huh?
Your body reacts to the chemicals.
Yeah, it disrupts your hormones, and I forgot it's an E word, endocrinometers, and I forgot the name of it. It regulates. There you go. It interrupts that, and you inhale that, and if you smell it, it's already in your system. As soon as you smell it, boom, it's in your system.
Yeah.
So yeah, and that's another carcinogen. All those fragrances are carcinogens all day, which are cancer causing. That right there.
We have to come up with. We have 8 more minutes, right?
I have a lot of colognes for gifts, Duane, and very expensive ones. What do I do with them?
Well, we have to find a way of
dispensing them.
You pull them out. use them as target practice.
We have to find a way of creating industries that we can formulate natural, maybe perfumes and deodorants.
They have the oils. They use oils. They do fragrant oils.
But again, but here's the thing:
the fragrance, right?
You see how we drop all that on people? You're like, oh, I'm never going to give it up. Then you got to go deeper. Why do you need to wear it? Who told you who you stank when you were small? See, it always starts from some childhood stuff. We wear these fake wigs, which also are linked to causing health issues. Wearing wigs and all that fake hair, that's linked to cancer as well.
Well, you can get in trouble.
There's a self-hate that has permeated, especially in the Black community, which makes us either eat a lot, put stuff on our skin. It's like we're compensating for something that someone's words or opinion took away from us when we were little.
True.
Whether it's our parents, whether it's our environment, our school. So again, a lot of our healthy habits are dealing with issues that we haven't faced. Because if you know you enough, you know you enough, then you ain't got to do all that.
Hidden problems, right? That we have not really confronted.
Exactly. Why are you eating? Yeah.
Or we confronted them, but we using putting things in front of them, in place of them. Like, for example, like you mentioned, if somebody told you that you don't smell too good, so you're making sure that you use everything. You know,
I see it all the time. I smell it all the time.
Yeah.
Damn. You done had an asthma attack, they walk by you.
yeah. But you know, and the other thing is too, the social norms have changed because, well, it actually it satisfies and gratifies that because people have placed financial the cost for certain fragrance. I mean, there's certain fragrances that are very, very, very expensive. Gucci, for example, you know, you smell it and say, oh, this person is affluent and wealth. You know, they got.
I used to
money.
think that too. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what society is dictating. It's telling you that if you have certain shoes or a certain suit or tie or whatever, you know, it's
status.
watch. It's a symbol.
You're now you're at this level because
Yeah.
some name brand takes you to a higher level because you use this or that name brand, you know.
Yeah.
But they place their emphasis on the
wrong place. Of course, all the time.
Instead of you taking that money and buying all that expensive stuff.
And then, and like, it's another brother you got to check out too. His name, he's from the Nation of Islam, Brother Nuri Muhammad. You ever heard about him?
I think I've heard of it.
Man, he said he's singing a Lamborghini in the McDonald's.
That's funny.
Lamborghini at the McDonald's.
Well, you know what though? Maybe the guy owned the franchise. How's that?
Yeah, he was in line.
Oh, he was in line?
He was in line, yeah. He said he was out at a cafe and he was seeing it because it was a McDonald's across the street, and he seen a dude with a Lamborghini. I mean, that's crazy. Listen, I'm gonna be rolling up pennies and all to get me some organic stuff, man. I'm gonna be rolling up pennies. You know, I value my health, man, more than anything. That's why I came over to y'all. I came over to the light side.
Well, we had fun doing that discussion we had. I'm very, very happy that you made a decision to.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. But like I said, I feel good. All I had was 3 mangoes a day, and I feel great. I feel awesome.
Yeah.
You know, when you're eating foods that nourish you, it doesn't take much.
Yeah, that's true. And mind you, I used to eat the pound of beef, the 3 plantains, and the 6 eggs, and fruits. I was combining the wrong foods too. That's another thing.
That's the other thing. That's another thing.
Now, who stressed this to me? Listen, my combining my combining officer is my wife. So she's like, hey, you can't mix that with that. Like, she tells me all the time, because she knows it now more than anything. Don't combine this with that. Like, you can't combine fruits with salad, or you can't combine oranges with papaya. Yeah, citrus got to be 8 on its own, and she's the pro. Matter of fact, baby, come here right quick. Come here right. I'm with y'all.
There's a chart, I remember we used to look at the chart. You had one too, Dr. Joe.
Yeah. I think Green wants to show us his wife.
Hey!
Beautiful,
How are you?
All right.
Good.
Nice to see you.
I haven't seen you for a long, long time.
I know.
Yeah.
And I've been in and out the room, so I've been overhearing a little bit.
I know. I see Dwayne looking back, and the nose.
You're prompting him. Hey, mention this. Hey.
Yeah.
Could you look like you looked 5 years ago?
Thank you. You too.
Well, you look like you didn't even age one day. That's remarkable.
That is good to hear. Thank you.
Yeah, you're now on the path where you've gotten your husband to conform to something that is better for his health.
I am so very proud of him. And I'm shocked. I am.
Wow.
I would have never guessed it.
No, he was firm. Yeah.
Yeah, I brought it to him.
A couple of times.
Yeah. And
We was having meetings. She was having notes. We was having full blown meetings about this, and I was just like, I'm not going to do it. So
We have to have,
You
we're
put
going to
the
be out of time in
meeting,
another minute, right? Sorry, Dr. Richard, but we're going to have you on the program, Kalima, with Dwayne one day, and I would like to have this discussion because many families live the life that you came through with Dwayne eating all the dead stuff and you not wanting to eat it, and they need to know how to do that transition.
yes.
They need to know that. So maybe our next program you could plan to come on with him, so we can help the people to understand the crises that you go through to convert from that process to this process that you are now. And
Exactly. And what to do when your partner just doesn't agree.
yeah,
For sure.
how to manage that.
And how is the food bill now? How does it feel making one thing rather than having to have?
Yeah,
Life is easier.
people say that, and we only have like a minute more, right? People say that it's very expensive to live a healthy vegetarian life. They're not right. They can't be right. They can't be.
Right.
Dwayne had 3 mangoes and he's full. What's it cost for 3 mangoes?
Yeah.
If you have a mango,
I talked to my dad and he's like, "Oh, I could never get full. I need the meat." I'm like, "Well, have you ever tried eating a whole watermelon? Have you ever tried eating half a watermelon?" I don't think you ever tried because
No.
It'll make you full and more than that.
Right.
You can't move. You know.
I can't even. I couldn't even eat a bowl of watermelon. I'll be full.
Yeah. It can.
and it takes some reprogramming because we're eating way too much.
Exactly.
So people have the meat stomach going to the vegetarian diet trying to have the same stomach. And it's like, no, your whole appetite changes.
Yeah,
So
it's true.
that's what I was worried about.
I
I was worried about.
Are you
Sorry,
gonna get filled?
No,
Yeah.
I want you to save all of that for next time.
yeah.
The time is up.
Okay.
Good seeing you.
Appreciate looking at you, Kalima. You could take Dwayne out of the picture.
Oh, she got to go. She got to go.
I know. But I appreciate you, Dwayne. And it's good to see you, Dr. Richard. Thank you very much again.
All
We're
right.
going to continue this discussion because it's a very important discussion. And I think the more people can understand the benefits of what you've transitioned into, I think the more they're going to be able to overcome diseases that they're suffering with.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know? So
I'm-
I would give me some final words for like 20 seconds.
20 seconds.
Just because I know we've got,
Before you can lose the weight physically, you got to lose the weight spiritually.
okay, great. You got to offload.
Yeah, I like that, and our attitude is just a mind thing. It's it's everything that's in your mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And forgiveness is so powerful. Forgiveness is slept on. When you forgive, you open up your hands to receive blessings. When you forgive,
a lot of doors and windows open.
When you
That's right.
forgive,
It's a biblical principle.
it is like offloading baggage.
Yeah.
and then things that you overlook will start to make sense. Just like letting go of me. I couldn't see it because I was holding on to my own issues. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, thank you very much for our dialogue. The guys are overtime now. We appreciate it. We're going to continue the subject.
Okay, for sure.
Have a wonderful weekend. We're going to be in touch very soon. Okay.
All right.
All right.
Y'all take care. Peace.
All right. Bye.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. That's gonna be a good one. They're gonna see a couple talk about